Hi. So, I just got done seeing Cats in theaters. And I gotta say, what the hell is wrong with people? What the hell was that? Andrew Lloyd Webber, what the hell are you doing? Tom Hooper, the producer or some shit. What the fuck is going on? What the hell is wrong with people? I mean, there's all the usual criticisms. The CGI was really weird and whatnot. And I mean, that it's not as bad as people are saying in terms of the CGI and character design and such. But what was up with the plot in there? What was the story to it? I just saw it, and somehow it feels too long and too short at the same time. Like, there's not much actual plot to the story. And there's long song and dance sequences that really don't amount to anything and don't go anywhere and don't further the storyline. It's nuts. It's crazy. You see, something important. I'm going to try and explain the plot of this, and you should know by now that this review is going to have tons of spoilers. So just bear with me on this. The cats have their own theology or something, which I actually had an easier time understanding the theology of the Khajiit from the Elder Scrolls series, that video game. But these fucking cats, what is with them? First of all, it seems to take place in modern day, in the real world. Maybe a bit archaic, some Art Deco in there, British architecture, it's in London. So maybe it's a bit further back in the times or something, but it's the real world. Kind of supposed to be the real world. And some of the theories that people online have been sharing is that it's a post-apocalyptic world because, all the mutated animals, like the mutant cats and whatnot. But anyway, it's not like it's a fantasy world. It's supposed to be the real world, but they have this theology to them. They sort of make reference to ancient Egypt and have this club that's themed after ancient Egypt. So apparently the cats believe that there is some sort of ritual to be conducted at a certain phase of the moon that will grant a specially selected cat to be reborn into whatever form they choose. Now, I thought cats had 9 lives, but apparently this is some extended theology or something. You see, they have this ritual where this really old cat named Old Deuteronomy, she's like an old wise cat that just picks out whoever's most deserving of this gift, this jellicle cat, that term they keep using. And this jellicle cat is, I guess, based on the term angelico, like an angel. The cat is selected for the ritual, but it doesn't seem like it's gonna be good for the cat, I gotta say. You see, they have this apparatus where they launch the cat into the air with a hot air balloon, and it just keeps flying, and I'm pretty sure that cat's gonna die. Like, not of natural causes. I mean, like, dropping to the ground at thousands of feet in the air. That is nuts. Cats don't land on their feet from that, I tell you what. And they got this ritual. I should start at the beginning. You see, at the beginning of the film, the cats start singing about what it's like to be an angelical cat this, and because the main character cat is this abandoned white cat. And I know, as a human being, the first thing I do when I meet a new person is sing a song and dance sequence about the wonders of being a human being to another human being. Because, that's what humans do, right? I think I'm human. Unless I'm some sort of squid. I don't know. Anyway, I mean, because that's what humans do, right? And it would make sense because, that's what cats do. They sing a song and dance sequence about what it's like to be a cat. I thought it was pretty stupid in that movie, and looking back on it, it's kind of weird now that Disney's production of The Aristocat also has a song and dance sequence about what it's like to be a cat, sung by cats, and that one unfortunate stereotype cat. But I'm getting off topic. What the actual hell is going on here, I say? What the heck was that? What the actual heck? What else happens? Cats have three names, supposedly, because, there's always the name we pick to call our cats. They probably have a name for themselves. And there's this evil cat named McCavity. He's like some sort of wizard cat, but he's got, he's evil because he's got these magic powers, and he wants to cheat in order to win the prize. I don't know. He seems like he's pretty high tier cat as is, because he's got magic powers. He can teleport people at will. And that's weird, because that's like real magic that actually works within their world, and not just some nutball theology. So McCavity has this plan. He can just teleport people, so he can use teleportation powers to capture and incarcerate the cats. So he's the only one in the competition. And of course, his minions put everyone on catnip, so they're high as hell and can't stop him. And then there's this one cool cat who loves the milk bar and drinks it up and breaks and enters and such. But all the cats are kind of crooks in some way, because they're all up to some really shady stuff, like literal cat burglars. There's these two, Mungo Jerry and Flutter some shit. Some of the names of these characters are less dignified than what you would find on My Little Pony, and that's saying something. Flutterfoot and Mungo Jerry are crooks, real literal cat burglars who break into people's homes and steal the shiny things and whatnot. They're bad news, even though Mungo Jerry, the musician's pretty cool, not the cat. Anyway, they're in England, and there's this one literal fat cat who's a big black and white cat with a top hat, and he walks around and he's fat and he eats all the garbage, and he just brags about being fat, but he also is very sensitive about it, because it's weird. And what else? There's this other fat cat, a big orange cat who lives in a house and is all tame and such, and she's nice. If not for the fact that she's doing some sick stuff with those mice. She's literally got mice held captive. Now, you'd think that's natural for a cat, but no, she's up to some sick stuff. She's capturing them so she can train them to sing and dance for her amusement, and she's doing the same thing to the bugs, and they all look freaky, because they're, all of them are kind of an animal-human hybrid, and it's really weird looking, and it's nuts. When you meet a new person, do you just start with a song and dance sequence about being a human being, and you're singing the song to another human being? What the hell? And there's this, it's nuts. There's the moon, and everyone's singing, but there's this one cat who's sort of ostracized from society, because, I don't know, she joined the bad guys, but clearly she left them. She left McCavity is his name. She doesn't seem to be friends with anyone in society. Everyone's ostracizing her, and she's been injured and crippled, and immediately getting sympathy for her, just from the looks of her. That's my reaction, but everyone else is being a dick to her for some reason, except for the one white cat who has compassion for the poor abused kitty. And they all agree that this cat's been abused too much and is in a really sad life and deserves another chance at life, so she's selected for the reincarnation process. Just what the hell? I need a drink. Oh my god. What the hell is all this shit? So, there's also this really old cat played by Sir Ian Malcolm, Gandalf, and Gandalf is there, and he used to be a stage cat, but he's old, and, he's asking for another chance at life. And there's also the railway cat who, much like cats in real life, they think they're in charge of everything, and they think they're organizing people to do the job in society, but really it's just people being people and cats being cats. They're not really in charge of anything except catching mice. That's really getting into the mindset of cats. I suppose the music was okay, but it all feels like a derailment from the plot. We're just trying to introduce a character who may or may not be useful to the story. And then there's this magician cat. Now, there's the funny thing. He's like a stage magician, so he's got the whole costume and such, but there's quite a significant difference between prestidigitation and actual sorcery, something McCavity is able to do, and yet it's real surprising because all they have to do is put their faith into, magical Mephistopheles, the cat, and by doing that, like, he's able to teleport the, what's her name, old Deuteronomy back, even though McCavity should still have the powers to teleport people around, because, like, there's no rules to this magic, and there's no rules to this society. They're like a cat society, that they all act like cats. They look pretty human-like. You'd think maybe they'd go all secret of Nim and start creating their own society in secret. They kind of do, but they're still like smack in the middle of London, the city, and it's nuts. Secret of Nim. I'd like to see a conflict between those two, the rats of Nim and the cats of cats. What the hell? This is nuts. This is insane. This is madness. I don't even know what to say. I know it might seem like I'm not alluding to much, but there isn't actually much to this story. Lots of singing and dancing and people acting like cats. I don't even know if the furries are into this sort of thing, because it's nuts. It is nuts. Oh, crap. I bet there's a cat looking at me right now. Whose eyes are those? You there. You there. Whose eyes are those looking at me? Oh wait, no, it's just a car. Anyway, this is nuts. Crazy. Oh, brother, what the hell? What else is happening? This silly old cats, fluffy cats. I've got cats at home and they're much more well-behaved than these cats. Oh, they like to drink milk, and they like to eat meat off bones, and then there was this speech at the end where they were trying to say how cats should be treated with respect. I treat my cats very good, thank you very much. I am a good pet owner. I am very kind to them. I do my best to take good care of them, and I'm not going to bow to a cat. I'm not going to address them by these names they want. This is nuts. There's these cats. Oh man, I feel hungover, and I went into this sober. You know, something I should have learned from watching The Last Jedi. You gotta do drugs before you go into these stupid movies. Oh boy. Oh brother. What is this shit? Cats and dogs living together, mass hysteria. This is nuts. Cats this, cats that. I wonder if someone's created a theology based on their cat religion. I wonder. Because they're really alluding to something here. But like I said before, the theology of the Khajiit is far more nuanced and complicated. Probably helps the fact that they live on a planet with 2 moons. It has something to do with their theology. It's really complicated. Well, I'm out of here. Good night, everybody.